Oh my God. I almost totally forgot, given the kind of day it was. This is the Leal legacy.
Who's the leader of the pack, bringing legacy to you? Legacy, it's true. Stand up, gear up, join the fight. We're as fierce as we can be. With grit and might, we claim the night. We're the legacy. Legacy Club. Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts, we're invincible. Legacy Club.
All right. Little bit of a different start to today. Not starting with my morning coffee. You know why? Because it's 4 p.m. or nearabouts 4 p.m. What a morning. What a morning for the Leal household today. My wife had a doctor's appointment early this morning and received some news that she's going to have a procedure done, and nothing wild, nothing life-threatening or anything like that. It's, but it was a curveball. It was a curveball to life that we had to get addressed. So I spent the day up until this point where I'm now headed to Jiu-Jitsu in the rain. It's starting to rain now. Helping her get all those matters addressed and taking care of our kids and, just doing the damn thing. So, there was not a whole lot of time to get things situated to record, even in little spurts earlier. But hey, here we are. Here we are now, better late than never. So I'm still going to be going up on the podcast feed. Yeah, man. Sometimes life is going to start throwing punches at you, and you got to keep your hands up and start swinging back. And that's what I did. I started swinging back. So hopefully the universe and I have an understanding that I'm going to come back at you. If you're going to come at me and mine, I'm going to come back at you and yours. Although I don't know who yours is in the context of the universe. But hey, overcome. PMA, positive mental attitude, right? It's the hardcore way. Speaking of hardcore, did you know that the UFC fighter Khalil Roundtree is a hardcore fan? I didn't know that. I didn't know that until a couple days ago. He fought the other day and won. Congrats to Khalil Roundtree. Good for him. I like him. He was kind of flying under my radar a little bit. He was a name in the UFC light heavyweight division. And, I knew of him. I had watched him fight a number of times before, but I was nothing. He didn't have that star power just yet. And then he challenged Alex Poatan Pajeda for the UFC light heavyweight champion belt. Oh, there goes the Popo. In that fight, he held his own. He held his own in an extraordinary fashion. He ended up beaten up and bloody by the end of it, but before the conclusion of the fight, it went the distance. He went all 5 rounds with that current champion, and something that not many fighters before him could do. Poatan has a reputation of knocking people out in extraordinary fashion. So the fact that Khalil Roundtree was able to stand toe-to-toe with him and go the distance. Actually, you know what? I don't think he went the distance. I am taking this all back. I think the fight actually ended in round 4 because he was just too bloodied up. He was just too beat up, which, in my mind, when you're going up against a powerhouse like Alex Fajeda, making it to round 4 may as well be going the distance, because it wasn't like he got... I may be speaking out of turn now. I may be speaking out of turn and not in brilliant accuracy like I am so well known for. It's getting loud in here. My windshield wipers are loud. The rain's coming down. I feel like this might be the universe trying to come back at me, because there was no call for rain today as far as I saw. But as soon as I get a moment to start recording, here it comes. Here it comes. It's like, oh yeah, you cocky little punk. You want to talk? You want to talk some smack? All right, I'm going to make things difficult for you again. But you know what? The sound of rain is soothing, right? Oh, guerrilla style podcasting. It's the punk rock way. Okay, so fact check me, I guess. Go fact check me. But I'm just speaking from pure, somewhat clouded memory about how far Khalil Roundtree made it in his... Oh, look, now the rain's stopping. Now it's stopping. See that? Okay. Hey, let's call a truce, universe. Let's call a truce. You be cool to me, I'll be cool to you, and everybody will be happy as can be. But anyhow, yeah. So it may have ended in the 4th. Either way, man. Either way. The performance that Roundtree showed that night was exquisite. And that put him very much on my radar as a fan. Like, again, he was on my radar before as a fighter, but now after that fight, he was on my radar as a fan. I definitely see him capable of being the division champion. Magomed Ankalaev is currently the division champion, but that's how I feel about him. I feel very about Magomed Ankalaev. That's how I feel about him. He's very, to me, he's a great fighter. Clearly, he's the champion. I think he beat a compromised Alex Fajeda, but that's just my 2 cents. Alex definitely did not come in full Alex fashion into that fight. And, you know, he was, to my understanding, going into that fight injured. The guy is an animal. He fights under any circumstance, any condition. Positive or negative, he's a dog. That's just what it is. So a fully functional Alex Fajeda, I think, could very much take that belt back. He stuffed 12 of 12 takedowns in that fight, and that was supposed to be Alex's kryptonite. He was not a wrestler, and that was supposed to be where Magomed was going to reign supreme in the ground game, in the takedowns, and he couldn't even get 1 of 12. 12! The guy's a wrestler, and he couldn't get 1 of 12 takedown attempts. So, I digress. Khalil Roundtree fought the former light heavyweight champion, Jamal Hill, over the weekend, and he won. It was a kind of slow-going fight. Not a whole lot of action from Jamal Hill, which was a bit surprising because he was supposed to be like one of those loudmouth elite strikers, and he is an elite striker. His name is Sweet Dreams Hill. Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill, and I believe the Sweet Dreams implies that he's going to put people to sleep. And he does. He has that capability for sure, but that was not on display this weekend. But yeah, anyway, so leading up to the fight, I didn't watch any of this. I watched it after the fight. But leading up to the fight, they were talking to Khalil Roundtree. Maybe it was after the fight. Maybe it was in the post-fight press conference. I don't know. Some sort of interview, pre or post-fight. One of the interviewers or people in the media pit asked Khalil Roundtree, like, hey, you know, we got word, or we saw, because I guess Khalil Roundtree posted on his Instagram or some sort of social media, him on stage with a hardcore band. And not just any hardcore band, he was on stage with Terror. And I was like, wow, what? And in this interview, Roundtree started talking about how like hardcore played like a huge role in his life, you know, as a kid who was full of aggression and didn't have necessarily a lot of outlets to let said aggression out. Going to hardcore shows was his place to get violent, to get, you know, to unwind, to unleash. And boy, does that speak to my heart and soul, because I grew up being a punk rock and hardcore kid as well. Still listen to hardcore all the time. It's still very much my go-to and a part of who I am. And that just really, it was really cool to have another connection to a fighter that I like, that I'm a fan of. And of all bands, Terror. That was, shout out to Terror. If you haven't listened to Terror and you're a fan of hardcore, then are you really a fan of hardcore? That was really cool to see. And wow, what a rant. What a rant going into the gym. Not what I expected. And this all stemmed from having that PMA, that positive mental attitude. When life is coming at you, the universe is coming at you, you got to step up and walk forward. The universe is trying to walk you down to the edge of the cage and pin you up against the wall and start knocking the lights out of you. But you know what? Put your hands up and start walking back. Start walking back. Then take it to the ground. Take its back. Get your hooks in. Find the rear naked choke. And put the universe to sleep. That's a positive mental attitude, right? Choke your problems unconscious is what I'm trying to say. And that's what I did today. Wow. What a rant, guys. What a rant. If you're not a UFC fan or a combat sports fan, I don't know, man. I try to cover a lot. Actually, I don't know if I try to cover a lot in this podcast. I just stream of consciousness, whatever's on my mind in the moment. So there's going to be a lot of combat sports coming at me. And if you haven't, to this point, been a combat sports fan, then give it a shot, man. Check it out. It's one of the most heartwarming and fulfilling sports I feel like you can watch. And when I say heartwarming, it's when you see the emotion that these fighters exude, I'd say definitely post-fight, it's impossible not to feel it. Just recently, Kamaru Usman fought Joaquin Buckley, and Joaquin Buckley is definitely a prospect, heavy prospect in the welterweight division. And Kamaru Usman is the former champion of the welterweight division and has not experienced a whole bunch of success as of late. He suffered 3 losses in a row, one being where he lost his belt. He lost the championship belt, then he fought the contender who took the belt from him, or the champion who took the belt from him, and lost that fight as well. And then he fought the animal known as Khamzat Chimaev. And had that fight gone longer against Khamzat, I feel like Kamaru could have pulled out a win. It went to decision. That one I'm sure went to decision. But, you know, it didn't go in his favor. And then finally, he gets a win. And in the post-fight interview in the ring, the man was brought to tears of just joy, of just relief, of just, you know, overwhelmed by the accomplishment. It's just something that you have to behold. You know what I mean? I think it's unlike any other sport. And I don't know, maybe it's because I do martial arts myself. I have a relation to these guys in a way that I don't for any other sport. It just speaks to me in a different kind of way. But anyhow, I'm at the gym now. I'm going to go in. I'm going to help show these kids how to choke people, and we'll reconvene after. All right.
Life's a cage, I'm breaking free. The universe wants a piece of me. No surrender, no retreat. I'm swinging back, feel the heat. For aggression. Every scar's a battalion, every fall's a lesson burned. When the world tries to break my soul, I dig deeper, take control. Fists clench, hearts aflame, PMA's my only claim. No tears, no fear, no doubt, I'm knocking this whole damn cosmos out. Fist up, swing back, universe down, crush that. I'm fighting fate, no backing down. Fist up, swing back, universe down, crush that. This life's a brawl, I wear the crown. Stars align to test my will, but I'm built to fight, not kneel. Every punch the world can throw, I'm spitting blood, still good to go. Hardcore heart, I'll never break. The universe made a big mistake. Step up, fate, let's go toe-toe. I'm the storm, you're just a show. Fist up, swing back, universe down, crush that. I'm fighting fate, no backing down. Fist up, swing back, universe down, crush that. This life's a brawl, I wear the crown. Yo, life's gonna hit you, gonna try to break you. The universe don't care, it'll try to shake you. But you stand tall, hands up, never fall. PMA's the fire that burns in your soul. When the stars try to bury me, I rise, I fight, I'm still free. Swing back, fight hard. Universe bleeds when I go to war. Swing back, fight hard. PMA forever, I'm settling the score. Fist up, I'll never bow. Universe, you're nothing now. Hardcore soul, I'll never crack. PMA, I'm swinging back. I'm swinging back.
Oh, and hey, side note from the future, all the songs in every episode moving forward can be found on our Leal Legacy music page. That's on YouTube and at leallegacy.com. I had this idea after I recorded the whole episode, so that's why I said side note from the future. That also might be a thing going forward. Side notes from the future. Cool. All right. That was a lot of fun. Good times had by all. Well, had by most. There was one pretty intense injury. I don't believe anything's broken, but kid took it like a champ. It's amazing the dexterity of kids. Because what happened to that guy, I think would have killed me with some of the guys I roll with in my class. But then again, one of the guys in the classes I take, one guy I'm thinking about in particular is easily over, probably 250 pounds. And I'm not. I'm 160. So rolling with that guy, I like the challenge. I like the challenge of rolling with big boys because I'm a small boy. Oh man, I just thought of something. So my Baney boy, my third in line when it comes to age. He's 9. He lost another tooth yesterday. That kid's losing teeth left and right. 'Tis the age, 9 years old, around there. He has honestly lost probably 3 or 4 teeth in the last week and a half to 2 weeks. And let me tell you, the tooth fairy, I've got an intimate relationship with the tooth fairy. Not romantic, that kind of intimate, but I know the Tooth Fairy very well. And the Tooth Fairy in this day and age is different from the Tooth Fairy I grew up with. The Tooth Fairy I grew up with would leave, at best, $1 under my pillow. And this was what? Let's see. 86. So then I was 4 in 90. So it was probably like around 94-ish. I probably started losing teeth. Maybe a little earlier than that. Yeah, at best I got $1 under my pillow, which, don't get me wrong, very grateful for $1 for a tooth in the 90s. But in 2025, let me tell you, the Tooth Fairy has some new tricks. I'm sure the Tooth Fairy leaves different things for different kids across the world, across this great nation of ours. But in our household, the Tooth Fairy will leave notes. Bane has a tooth pillow that is not the pillow he sleeps on, but a little pillow with a pocket shaped like a tooth on it that he hangs from his doorknob. Now, Bane's bed is in an interesting position to where the Tooth Fairy would surely wake him up to put anything under his pillow. So this tooth pillow that hangs from his bedroom door is just far easier for the Tooth Fairy to slide in and out undetected. And the Tooth Fairy of today's age, at least in our house, does not always carry cash. Cash definitely seems like a thing of the past in our digital age. So the Tooth Fairy has started a tradition where she or he, I don't want to give it away, will leave notes for Bane that says, "Hey, Bane, congrats on losing a tooth. I have digitally deposited X amount into your father's account to spend on commonly Robux, V-Bucks, whatever other digital currency he prefers, because let's be real, that's ultimately what he's going to spend it on. He's going to spend it on skins in Fortnite or whatever you buy in Robux. I don't know, Roblox. Whatever he wants to spend, whatever Robux he wants to spend in Roblox. I personally think that was a very creative thing that the Tooth Fairy has adopted. But it tends to be the inflation from the dollar to what Bane's getting is much different. I definitely would not have gotten that much for a tooth. So maybe he's spoiled, maybe he's not. Maybe the Tooth Fairy is just going for the convenience factor. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But it works out. It works out pretty well. Until he loses several teeth in a short amount of time, that gets really expensive. Kind of obnoxious if I'm speaking for the Tooth Fairy. Recently he, in true Bane fashion, broke his headset. So he has at his mother's house, because Bane's biological mother and I are not in the same home, he got cash at his mom's house from the Tooth Fairy, and he wants to put the cash from his last tooth and the digital deposit that the Tooth Fairy has given me towards a new headset. And I just thought about how I need to execute that transaction for him. But it's a pretty interesting thing. And I'd like to know, in the comments if you would, am I the only one who has worked out this deal with the Tooth Fairy operating digitally? Anyone? Is the Tooth Fairy going over the top for my child? Is it too much? Is the Tooth Fairy's lack of paper, physical cash, a detriment or a cool workaround? Is it lazy on the Tooth Fairy's part, not planning ahead and carrying cash for occasions like this? Or is it crafty? Is it an intelligent work around the system? That's what I would like to know. I'm conflicted because in moments like this, like I said, when he's losing 4 teeth in the span of like 2 weeks, that he's making bank. He's making bank off these teeth. And like I said, it's far greater in value what he's receiving than I ever did. I imagine that kids today do get more from the Tooth Fairy than they did back in the 80s and the 90s. But is it too much more? You know what I mean? And don't even get me started on tariffs. Oh, man, there is no parking here. I got to get food for my family. For me and my children. My wife has her own dietary plan that she's sticking to right now, and I very greatly admire her dedication to it, because when it comes to sticking to regimented diets, I personally am not that good. Oh man, dude, what is going on here? There is no parking. I'm going to get a burrito. I'm going to get what they call here in Nashville a San Diego burrito, which back home in California, they just called a California burrito. And I believe I hail from the town that invented the California burrito. I believe it was a taco shop called Nico's that I credit for inventing what is known as the California burrito. It is carne asada, french fries, guacamole, cheese. But here, that combination they call a San Diego burrito. But I finagle a little substitution. I sub chorizo for the carne asada. So it's chorizo, french fries, guacamole, and cheese, which honestly is outstanding if you've never had it before. And I want to dub this because it's a new concoction. It's no longer technically a San Diego or California burrito per the combination of ingredients. It is very much an original brainchild of mine, doing the chorizo instead of the steak. And I want to coin it the legacy burrito. So make yourself a legacy burrito if you can. But that's beside the point. The point of this was, I think, talking about the Tooth Fairy and spoiling children. Let me know. Let me know how the Tooth Fairy operates in your house. All right, I'll be back. Okay. One more time, and then we'll call it an episode. I'm home. It's way later now. The burritos were wonderful. Well, I had a burrito and a fish taco because I'm a fatty. Yeah, it was good. Dinner was great. Killed quite a bit of time watching Stranger Things with my family, where we've decided to watch through the entirety of Stranger Things in preparation for the new season coming out. New season in multiple parts coming out. Man, that show's good. That show is great. My allergies are also kicking haywire. Don't know why. I mean, it's Nashville, Middle Tennessee, so I definitely know why. But still annoying. I haven't done anything outside since Friday, like outside as in like yard work. So that's always going to set my allergies off. But for the last now through Tuesday, it's pretty obnoxious. Yeah, Stranger Things rules. It's fun to have watched all the seasons and now going back and watching through all the seasons again, and watching all the seasons up through 4. in immediate sync with the other. You know, season 1 ends, we jump into season 2 right away, jump into season 3 right away. And it's really cool to go with the progression of the story like that, because then you catch the intricacies that were from other seasons alluding to things that happen later in later seasons. It's cool to catch those things. You ever wonder if, because for a show like Stranger Things, there's really no way. I mean, there is a way. There's so much thought that it would have to go through it. Like, they had to have just picked out things that they did in the first 2 seasons, or things that popped up in the first 2 seasons. They're like, oh, let's tie something into that. Let's make this thing that used to be insignificant make sense now. Like, so let's make this thing that used to be insignificant be a major part of the story. Like, if you watch season 1 again, whenever, I think it's when you go into the Upside Down, is it? Or was it when the Demogorgon shows up? I forget now. But I think it's like when they go into the Upside Down, you hear the grandfather clock. And now in season 4, the grandfather clock is a wildly important thing. It's crazy. Like, did they have that set up from season 1, or did the grandfather clock sound ominous and creepy and cool? You know? We're like 3 episodes into the 3rd season, or fourth season. No, we got to be more than that. We got to be at least like 4 episodes into the 4th season. So much happens in this 4th season. It's crazy. They have 1, 2, 3 different storylines going on at the same time. It's wild. I mean, they did that in the last season too. In season 3, they had, how many did they have? They had 3 separate stories going on at the same time, I think. Yeah, they did. It's just really cool how they do that. I'm rambling now. I'm rambling about Stranger Things. I'm really excited to see the next season. And it's crazy that they're doing, like, they're chopping the season up. So instead of giving 2 more seasons, it's like season 5 part 1, season 5 part 2, to my understanding. I don't know. I get my information secondhand from my wife and 14-year-old. I don't keep up with much pop culture stuff like that. I keep up with, like, the content and watching it, but when it comes to release dates and tactics and, you know, the marketing of it all, I don't really stay too on top of, unless it's like, no, but even then, I was gonna say, unless it's like Disney stuff, Disney park stuff, nope. I only feel like I keep up with that because my wife tells me everything. Everything she reads, she'll immediately tell me. Yeah, and I like it. I'm interested in hearing it. It's nice that I have my own independent Disney parks news source. Tomorrow, oh man, yeah, I was gonna actually like pick up the living room and stuff and tidy up to help de-stress my wife, but looking at the time, it's 11 already. 11. It's already 11, and I got tomorrow's my big day. Tomorrow I have an advanced Jiu-Jitsu class at 10:30 in the morning, and then I have my no-gi fundamentals class. And when I say mine, these are the classes I'm taking. So I take advanced Jiu-Jitsu in the morning at 10:30, and then I take no-gi fundamentals immediately after at 11:30, and then I get a break from 12:30 to like 4-ish. 4:15 is when class starts, but then I go back in and coach, co-coach, assistant coach. I gotta show my respect, not just a coach. I am the assistant of Coach Sugar Sean Allen. But yeah, so I go back in at 4:15 to coach Jiu-Jitsu with little kids, and then I got another class after helping coach the 5:30 with bigger jiu-jitsu kids, and then kids fitness at 6:30, which I'm hoping we're able to turn into a kids MMA class. We'll see. We'll see the magic that Sean can work. But yeah. So tomorrow's a heavy workout day. Heavy workout day. And when I say workout, I'm not like going in and lifting weights and stuff, even though I should. It's just training upon training. And when training with like the bigger kids at 5 o'clock, did I say 30 after everything? Why was I getting confused? First class 4:15, then 5, then 6. Oh, I don't know. I'm becoming delirious. Yeah, no, it's very physically taxing, my Wednesdays. Because, yeah. I spend 2 hours in the morning getting beat up, and then I spend 2 hours in the evening beating kids up, and then a fitness class. Oh, these allergies need to quit. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, and yeah, in the older kids class, like sometimes there's kids, like teenagers there who are my size, roughly give or take. So I usually end up being their rolling partner because they can't roll with the 8-year-old half their size. You know what I mean? So just unfair. But anywho, go on over, if you don't mind, to leallegacy.com and scope out all the other killer content we have for you over there. That's all you need. leallegacy.com. Get to our web store there. Pick yourself up something nice. Show your support. If you like what you see, please feel free to pick something up. Legacy by Leal is what we're calling the clothing line and merch stuff now. Everything is of Leal or by Leal. Leal. Me. So it's the family. Yeah. Go there. Go to leallegacy.com. Scope out our family vlog videos, Legacy of Leal. We have a tab for that there. Also, check it out on YouTube too. Follow the link from our website to the YouTube. How about that? And subscribe, hit the notification ding dong bell. Had a video go up today, which was join us for a day in the life at Disney's Hollywood Studios. A day in the life with us at Hollywood Studios. I kind of like this day in the life kind of vloggy style we got going on, where we're not cheesing to the camera and putting on a personality. It's just us. It's just us at Disney. It's kind of like a family home movie, but more entertaining than that because we're more entertaining than that. And I like to think that I shoot and cut it together in a more entertaining than just a commonplace family vacation video. But I find it to be entertaining. Not cheesy like a lot of the other vlogs. It's more think like what is it called with the UFC when they're leading up through fight week? UFC embedded, where they just kind of follow the fighters around for their day-to-day life preparing for the fight, but they'll talk to the camera every now and then, or like talk to somebody in front of the camera, but it's actually like kind of to the camera, yeah. I'm shooting it. It's like Leal Legacy Embedded, which would have been such a cool name. We should have gone with that. That's what I might start calling them. No, it's always going to be Legacy of Leal. That's the name my wife so kindly agreed on. And then in those Day in the Life Park videos, say we go on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. We go on that ride and you're like, wow, that was cool. We don't show the whole ride in the vlog, but you know where we do show the full ride? Over at another YouTube channel, Legacy. No, wait. Yeah, Leal Legacy View. POV of more in-depth POV perspectives from our family vlog channel. So scope that out. Subscribe to that page while you're at it. And then we got Leal Legacy Gaming, where you can just follow along with Bane, Leal, my boy, through all his gaming adventures. And then the Leal Legacy. Subscribe to the Leal Legacy on YouTube. Eventually, I'll get back around to working in the cartoon commentaries and other commentaries and such. We're just getting the podcast back on track, back in consistency. So it's a work in progress. I gotta figure out how to make it all work within the constraints of my normal day-to-day life. But like involve it into my normal day-to-day life. Make it a part of it. Because this podcast is kind of what it is. I just record bits and pieces throughout the day I'm living. So it's kind of like a vlog too, but in podcast form. I'd really roughly be saying the same thing on a podcast sitting at my desk, except I'm able to, chop it up and make it work as one consistent episode. I'm pretty impressed with myself for this podcast part. So yeah, subscribe. Hit whatever notification thing there is to be notified about it. And most of all, above all else, please. Oh, also, Legacy by Leal, our store. Go to our store. Right now we got a promo that I think is just going to kind of maybe be everlasting. We'll see. Sometimes I get a wild hair and I make wild choices and wild moves. You never know what's going to happen. But right now, if you spend $75 or more, you get free shipping, and everybody loves free shipping. We're in the free shipping game, folks. $75 or more. And then, if you want to find out about other secret deals beyond the 75% or $75 off. No, wait. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm losing it. The free shipping on orders $75 or more. If you want other ways to save, go and at the bottom of leallegacy.com, join our Legacy Club. leallegacy.com, at the bottom of the page, join our Legacy Club. And you'll get updated about new videos, new podcasts, and new happenings in the merch store, new merch drops. I'm not going to announce new drops anywhere else but the Legacy Club. Is that a bad business move? Is that a bad marketing strategy? Maybe. But maybe I want to keep it exclusive. I want to keep it secret. Not really exclusive or secret. It's just other people are going to find out about cool things after they've been cool things, or they may not find out about it at all and miss out. But if you join our Legacy Club, you'll always be notified about all the new and fun, cool, limited designs that are hitting the shop. That's what it is. I'll just advertise the limited designs only via the Legacy Club, and then, the ones that stick around all the time, those will be the ones I advertise everywhere else. Look at this. Great marketing brainstorming meeting, guys. So yeah, join the Legacy Club. It's absolutely free. No subscription cost of any kind. And you'll just be notified of all the cool stuff coming up. And you'll receive discount codes for things like $5 off or save 20% or I don't know, whatever wild code I'll think of. And you know what? I won't ever say when a new code is coming out. You'll just have to join the Legacy Club and get hit with them. So I'll never spam you either. I'll never overload your inbox with spammy nonsense. There'll always be relevance to what I'm pitching at you. But yeah, all that being said, oh yeah, and Leal Legacy across all your social media platforms, which, whatever. I'm over social media. I don't care about social media so much anymore. I have my own website. So, yeah, exactly. Social media is just a place to promote the website. I hope people just get accustomed to going there to keep up with everything we're doing instead of Instagram. Anyhow, like, subscribe, do all those things. Thanks for listening, and most of all, thanks for being a friend and telling a friend. See ya.